Subaru has always been a brand built around dependability, capability, and a genuine connection to the outdoors. Its first fully electric model, the Solterra, was born from that same philosophy but entered the scene with limitations that made it feel like an experiment rather than a leader. Now, the 2026 Solterra arrives as a more mature, capable, and efficient evolution of Subaru's first electric SUV. It retains the character of a Subaru but gains the refinement and practicality expected from a modern electric vehicle, while it still shares much of its DNA with the Toyota counterpart. This time Subaru has given the Solterra a stronger identity and enough technical improvement to finally make it competitive in an increasingly crowded electric crossover market. The Solterra remains a 5-passenger compact SUV that aims to balance everyday usability with a dose of adventure. It was co-developed with Toyota, and while their partnership is still visible in the design and structure, the Subaru stands apart thanks to its standard dual-motor all-wheel drive system. The Toyota version offers a front-wheel drive setup, but Subaru decided to stay true to its brand heritage and make all-wheel drive standard across every trim. That choice immediately gives it a rugged edge and aligns it with the type of driving experience Subaru buyers expect. The exterior design feels familiar, but subtle updates give the 2026 model a more refined and confident presence. A newly shaped front fascia, separated lighting elements, and an illuminated Subaru badge make the front end cleaner and more distinctive than before. At the rear, redesigned lighting, new badging, and a sharper spoiler complete the visual refresh, helping it stand out more confidently next to the Toyota equivalent. Perhaps the most significant advancement for 2026 is the improvement in range. The earlier model's biggest drawback was its limited driving distance, but Subaru has addressed that directly. The new Solterra now achieves between 278 and 288 miles on a single charge, depending on the trim. That represents roughly a 25% increase over the previous model. This jump in efficiency is not just the result of a larger battery, though the capacity has increased from 73 to 75 kilowatt-hours. Subaru has also fine-tuned the motor design, reduced friction in wheel bearings, and introduced aerodynamic tweaks that collectively boost range and performance. These details might seem small individually, but together they transform the Solterra from an underdog into a real contender among electric crossovers. Power delivery has also received a welcome boost. The standard dual-motor setup now produces 233 horsepower, an improvement over the earlier 215. For those seeking more excitement, Subaru has introduced the new XT trim, which delivers a robust 338 horsepower. The difference between the two setups is immediately noticeable on the road. The XT feels significantly more responsive, capable of reaching 60 miles per hour in under 5 seconds. That is a substantial improvement from the previous model's 6-second range and puts it within striking distance of several performance-oriented rivals. Subaru's engineers have also updated the all-wheel drive system's control logic using accelerator input rather than acceleration sensors to determine power distribution. This provides smoother transitions and more predictable traction, particularly in varying road conditions. Handling refinement has always been a Subaru strength, and even as an electric vehicle, the Solterra keeps that DNA intact. The suspension has been retuned to deliver better composure over uneven surfaces, with a stiffer front end and a softer rear setup to maintain balance and ride comfort. It still leans more toward comfort than sharp handling, but the steering feels steady and direct. Subaru's X mode system remains a key feature, offering dedicated settings for snow, dirt, and deep mud. These modes adjust torque distribution and traction control to help the Solterra maintain grip in challenging terrain. There is also a feature called grip control, which works like low, speed off, road cruise control, and downhill assist to manage descents automatically. These additions keep the Solterra aligned with Subaru's go anywhere attitude, even if most owners will likely stay on paved roads. Charging performance has also seen major upgrades. Subaru has replaced the old charging port with the North American Charging Standard connector, allowing access to Tesla's vast supercharger network. This change dramatically improves the car's real-world usability, as drivers will have far more public charging options. The new setup also supports faster charging with a maximum DC rate of 150 kilowatts compared to the previous 100. This means the battery can go from 10 to 80% in about 30 minutes using a fast charger. The vehicle also gains an improved battery preconditioning system that ensures optimal temperature for charging, either automatically when navigating to a charger or manually through the system's settings. A C charging capability has been enhanced too, now supporting an onboard 11 kilowatt charger for quicker home charging sessions. Inside, the 2026 Solterra keeps the same functional layout but receives a number of refinements that make it feel more premium and user-friendly. The first noticeable change is the new 14-inch central touchscreen, which replaces the previous 8 and 12-inch options. It now integrates most of the vehicle's functions, including climate controls that were previously managed through separate buttons. The temperature settings, however, still retain physical dials, giving a welcome sense of tactile control. The dashboard design remains elevated and minimalistic, with a digital gauge cluster placed high and forward, and a squared steering wheel that adds a futuristic touch. Subaru has also removed the trophy area in front of the display, which creates a more open and cohesive look across the dashboard. Practicality remains one of the Solterra's strong suits. The cabin is airy thanks to its large windows and panoramic sunroof, and the mix of materials feels more cohesive this time around. The center console has been redesigned to house 2 wireless charging pads, though they could benefit from better grip. Storage is generous, with open space beneath the console for small items and cup-holders positioned within easy reach. The seats are supportive and comfortable, ideal for daily driving or longer road trips. There is no traditional glove box, but Subaru compensates with additional storage elsewhere in the cabin. The inclusion of radiant heaters positioned under the steering column and front passenger area is particularly clever. They warm occupants directly, reducing reliance on the main climate system and preserving battery range in colder conditions. At the rear, passenger space remains solid for a compact SUV. Legroom and headroom are competitive, and the rear seats can fold flat to expand the cargo area from 24 cubic feet to 64. This makes the Solterra a flexible companion for weekend getaways or routine family use. Subaru has clearly considered the practical side of electric vehicle ownership, ensuring the Solterra retains the versatility people expect from a brand known for crossovers and adventure. The overall driving experience is composed and refined, with the electric powertrain delivering instant torque and smooth acceleration. The XT trim's extra power does add some firmness to the ride, but it never feels harsh or unsettled. The additional sound insulation around the windshield and front windows also helps to create a quieter cabin compared to the outgoing model. Subaru's updates to the motor mounts and axle design further reduce vibration and noise, giving the vehicle a more polished, confident demeanor on the move. The Solterra might not be the sportiest electric SUV, but it feels secure, stable, and predictable. Qualities that define Subaru's reputation for dependable performance. Driving the updated Solterra feels more cohesive and confident than before. The increased power output gives the SUV a livelier personality, especially in the new XT trim. The previous model often felt slightly underwhelming when merging or overtaking, but this version delivers the kind of instant thrust that makes electric driving so enjoyable. The dual motor setup distributes power seamlessly, and acceleration is both linear and predictable. Even in slippery conditions, traction remains strong thanks to Subaru's refined control system, which constantly adjusts torque distribution between the front and rear motors. What makes it special is that the system anticipates changes based on accelerator input rather than waiting for the car to react to slippage. This gives a smoother and more proactive response, maintaining the sense of composure that Subaru vehicles are known for. The ride quality is balanced between comfort and control. The suspension tuning, with its stiffer front and more forgiving rear setup, works well across various surfaces. On smoother city roads, the Solterra glides quietly, absorbing minor bumps without transmitting harshness into the cabin. Out on winding roads or uneven terrain, it maintains poise with just enough body control to inspire confidence. The steering remains steady and progressive, not overly sharp, but direct enough for everyday driving. The Solterra is not a performance-focused electric crossover, but it excels in offering predictable handling and easy drivability. That, combined with the all-wheel drive system's intelligent programming, ensures it feels secure even when weather or surface conditions are less than ideal. Where Subaru continues to set itself apart is with features designed for light adventure. The X-Mode drive selector is a reminder that this electric SUV is still built with outdoor exploration in mind. By adjusting traction control and torque split, it allows the Solterra to handle snow, dirt, and mud with greater confidence. The deep snow and mud mode can even let the wheels spin slightly to maintain momentum on soft surfaces. Grip control, another clever system, acts like an off-road cruise control that maintains a steady pace over rough ground, allowing the driver to focus on steering. Downhill assist control automatically modulates braking on descents, making it easier to control the vehicle when going down steep trails. While most owners might never push it that far off-road, knowing that capability is built-in enhances its appeal to those who associate Subaru with exploration and reliability. Charging convenience is another area where Subaru has made noticeable progress. The decision to adopt the North American Charging Standard connector opens up a vast number of Tesla Supercharger stations, giving Solterra owners far more flexibility when planning long journeys. The improved charging rate of 150 kilowatts also makes a big difference. Previously, long charging times were one of the Solterra's main weaknesses, but the new system cuts waiting considerably. A 10 to 80% charge now takes about 30 minutes under ideal conditions, which makes road trips much more practical. The vehicle's preconditioning system ensures the battery reaches the right temperature before charging begins, maximizing efficiency and protecting battery health over time. Even for home charging, the new 11 kilowatt onboard charger is a welcome improvement, reducing overnight charging times compared to the earlier 6.6 kilowatt setup. Range anxiety has been eased as well. The improved battery and motor efficiency allow the base Solterra to achieve 288 miles per charge, while the more powerful XT model still manages a solid 278 miles. In real-world driving, that translates to an easy 250 miles of usable range, which is competitive for its class. The battery's usable energy capacity has been fine-tuned, and lighter components such as new carpeting and optimized bearings contribute to energy savings. These details reflect a thoughtful engineering approach rather than superficial upgrades. Subaru has also paid attention to thermal management, ensuring the battery maintains stable performance in different climates, an important factor for owners living in colder regions. Inside, comfort and practicality have been noticeably improved. The cabin's open design and expansive glass area create a sense of space uncommon for compact SUVs. The panoramic sunroof enhances that feeling even further, letting in light without excessive glare thanks to an upgraded tint. The redesigned dashboard layout eliminates clutter, and the new 14-inch touchscreen now serves as the central hub for vehicle information, media, navigation, and climate controls. The graphics are crisp and easy to read, and Subaru's software feels smoother and more responsive than before. Some physical buttons have been removed, but key functions such as volume and temperature retain rotary controls, which drivers can operate without taking their eyes off the road. The materials used throughout the interior feel better integrated and more premium than before. Soft, touch panels, contrasting textures, and subtle stitching give the cabin a modern yet approachable character. The seating position is upright and comfortable, offering a clear outward view, while the digital instrument cluster sits high in the driver's line of sight for easy visibility. The steering wheel's squared shape might look unusual at first glance, but it quickly becomes second nature and provides good grip during low-speed maneuvering. The shift dial on the center console has been relocated for easier access, although it still requires a push before turning to select gears, which might take some getting used to. The wireless charging pads located beneath the touchscreen are practical, but could benefit from better friction to prevent devices from sliding during turns. Passenger comfort remains a highlight. The front seats are power-adjustable, heated, and ventilated in higher trims, offering excellent support on longer drives. The inclusion of radiant heaters for the driver and front passenger is a thoughtful touch. By directly warming occupants' legs rather than heating the entire cabin, they help conserve battery energy while maintaining comfort. Rear passengers also benefit from heated seats and generous legroom, making the Solterra well suited for family use. Storage solutions are plentiful, from the open space under the center console to large door bins and cleverly designed cup-holders. Even without a glove box, the layout feels intuitive and practical. Cargo space remains one of the Solterra's strong points. Behind the second row, there are 24 cubic feet of storage, expanding to 64 cubic feet when the seats are folded. The loading floor is flat, and the power liftgate on higher trims makes access effortless. Subaru's decision to maintain this level of practicality, despite the packaging challenges of electric hardware, is commendable. The Solterra's design shows that an electric vehicle can still deliver the everyday usefulness expected of a traditional compact crossover. Noise insulation has been noticeably improved compared to the previous model. Subaru has added extra sound, deadening materials around the floor and firewall, as well as acoustic glass for the windshield and front side windows. The result is a quieter cabin, even at highway speeds. The electric motors themselves are smoother and quieter thanks to stiffer mounts and better integration of the inverters, which reduces vibration. Combined with the refined suspension setup, the driving experience feels more serene and mature. The new design of the roof structure, which no longer requires a central support beam cutting through the sunroof, also helps to reduce wind noise and makes the interior feel even more open. The Solterra's braking system has been fine-tuned as well. The regenerative braking modes now offer a clearer distinction between levels, making it easier to adjust how much deceleration occurs when lifting off the accelerator. The paddle shifters on the steering wheel control these modes, though their labeling could still be more intuitive. The overall brake feel is natural and progressive, blending regenerative and mechanical braking seamlessly. During everyday driving, it is easy to find a rhythm that suits your preferences, whether you prefer coasting or stronger pedal control. Performance in the XT trim stands out for its responsiveness and energy. Acceleration feels immediate but controlled, with no unnecessary wheel spin or torque steer. Subaru's tuning gives the power delivery a measured, refined quality, which suits the vehicle's personality well. The steering is precise without feeling twitchy, and body roll remains well contained. The XT feels planted during quick direction changes, yet still comfortable enough for daily commuting. This balance is what defines the updated Solterra. It may not chase lap times, but it delivers a sense of security, predictability, and comfort that makes it a joy to drive every day. From a technology standpoint, Subaru has made sure that the 2026 Solterra keeps pace with the demands of modern electric vehicle buyers. The infotainment system now operates more smoothly, with better response times and clearer menu organization. The 14-inch display supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, while the built-in navigation system benefits from real-time route optimization based on charging availability. The digital instrument cluster remains easy to read, displaying essential information such as speed, battery level, and range estimates in a clean, uncluttered format. Voice recognition has improved as well, allowing natural commands for adjusting temperature, navigation, or media playback. These upgrades help the Solterra feel far more polished and intuitive than the earlier version. Subaru has also refined its approach to driver assistance and safety technology. The EyeSight suite of features continues to play a central role, offering adaptive cruise control, lane centering, and emergency steering assist. These systems work in harmony, providing a sense of reassurance rather than intrusion. The adaptive cruise control maintains smooth distance adjustments even in traffic, while lane centering keeps the SUV confidently in position without the twitchiness sometimes seen in rival systems. The addition of a high-resolution rear camera and standard headlight washers further improves visibility and convenience. Subaru's focus on visibility, both through the vehicle's design and its technology, reflects a genuine commitment to safety, a core part of the brand's identity. Another subtle but meaningful change lies in the vehicle's structure. Engineers have reinforced the crash protection surrounding the battery pack and improved the rigidity of the roof. These updates not only enhance safety but also reduce cabin vibrations, giving the vehicle a more stable and refined character. The body feels solid and composed over bumps, and the improved suspension tuning filters out harsh impacts with impressive smoothness. The result is a driving experience that feels consistent and confident across a wide range of conditions. Even over rough surfaces, the Solterra maintains a calm demeanor, with minimal cabin disturbance. When it comes to real-world usability, the Solterra is clearly designed with practicality in mind. Its compact size makes it easy to maneuver through city streets, while the all-wheel drive system and decent ground clearance make it capable enough for mild off-road adventures. Parking is made easier by the SUV's clear sightlines and helpful camera system, and the steering's light effort at low speeds contributes to a feeling of agility that many larger electric crossovers lack. The turning radius is tight, making U-turns or parking lot maneuvers less stressful. Subaru's focus on retaining user-friendly characteristics ensures that the transition from a traditional gas-powered vehicle to this electric model feels smooth and familiar. On the open road, the Solterra's composure is evident. Acceleration in both trims is brisk, and overtaking is effortless thanks to the immediate torque delivery. The XT trim, in particular, offers a confident surge of power without any drama. Even at higher speeds, the cabin remains impressively quiet, allowing conversations and music to come through clearly. The ride quality strikes a fine balance between comfort and stability, making long trips genuinely relaxing. The suspension's ability to absorb imperfections without feeling floaty or disconnected gives the Solterra a planted, well-engineered character. It is an SUV that feels built for real-world driving rather than chasing performance figures. Energy efficiency remains a point of pride for this updated model. The standard Solterra achieves an estimated 120 miles per gallon equivalent in combined driving, while the more powerful XT still manages 117. These figures may vary depending on conditions, but they demonstrate Subaru's commitment to balancing power and economy. The improved regenerative braking and motor efficiency play key roles in achieving these results. For daily commuting, the Solterra delivers an experience that feels both environmentally responsible and convenient, requiring minimal compromise compared to conventional vehicles. Subaru's engineers have also placed emphasis on long-term reliability and ease of ownership. The battery and powertrain are designed for durability, with optimized cooling and protection systems to extend lifespan. The ability to use Tesla's Supercharger network dramatically improves long-distance usability, while home charging remains straightforward and efficient. Software updates can be delivered over the air, keeping the vehicle's systems up to date without requiring dealership visits. These small but important considerations reflect Subaru's understanding of what electric vehicle ownership should be. Simple, dependable, and adaptable. The Solterra's pricing strategy also reinforces its position as a practical, accessible choice among electric SUVs, starting at just under $40,000 for the base model and reaching up to around $47,000 for the fully equipped XT. It remains competitive against rivals like the Hyundai iNiq 5, Kia EV6, and Toyota's BZ. For many buyers, the limited trim strikes the ideal balance of features and value. It includes 20-inch wheels, a power liftgate, heated and power-adjustable front seats, heated rear seats, a heated steering wheel, and a premium Harman Kardon audio system. This configuration captures the essence of the Solterra: modern, well-equipped, and thoughtfully designed for everyday use. Despite its improvements, Subaru is realistic about where the Solterra stands in the broader electric market. It may not have the futuristic flair of a Tesla or the daring design of a Hyundai Ioniq 5, but it offers something many buyers value: more trust and consistency. The brand's reputation for durability, safety, and practicality carries significant weight, and the Solterra builds upon those strengths rather than abandoning them. It is an electric SUV for people who appreciate familiarity but still want to embrace the future of mobility. For Subaru loyalists, this is the electric vehicle that finally feels ready to replace their traditional all-wheel drive crossover. The 2026 model represents a meaningful leap forward in almost every measurable way. Range has improved significantly, charging is faster and more convenient. Performance is stronger, and refinement levels have risen to match its competitors. The subtle design tweaks help it stand out more clearly, while the interior upgrades make daily life inside the vehicle more comfortable and modern. These changes might not sound revolutionary individually, but together they transform the Solterra from a modest debut attempt into a genuinely well-rounded electric SUV. When driving the Solterra, what stands out most is its sense of composure. It is not trying to be a showpiece of innovation or an attention-grabbing statement. Instead, it focuses on delivering an experience that feels natural and effortless. Every aspect, from acceleration to cabin comfort, is tuned for ease of use and consistency. This reflects Subaru's engineering approach, prioritizing reliability and practicality over spectacle. That philosophy translates well into the electric age, where predictability and usability matter just as much as speed or technology. The improvements to charging infrastructure access are particularly significant. Being able to charge at Tesla stations changes the ownership experience entirely, reducing one of the biggest barriers for potential buyers. With the expanded range and faster charging speeds, long trips are no longer something to plan meticulously around. They simply become part of normal driving. Combined with Subaru's standard all-wheel drive and strong safety record, the Solterra offers a reassuring bridge between the traditional Subaru experience and the new era of electric mobility. Ultimately, the 2026 Subaru Solterra is a story of refinement and maturity. It may not be groundbreaking, but it represents progress made through thoughtful engineering rather than radical change. It addresses the weaknesses of its predecessor, enhances its strengths, and solidifies Subaru's presence in the electric vehicle space. It is the kind of SUV that rewards steady, sensible decision-making for buyers who want electric performance without losing the familiar dependability that defines the brand. With its improved efficiency, the stronger performance, and enhanced comfort, the Solterra now feels less like Subaru's first attempt and more like a confident step toward its electric future. In the end, what Subaru has achieved with the 2026 Solterra is a subtle but meaningful transformation. It is more capable, more refined, and more appealing than ever before. While it may not dominate headlines or reinvent what an electric crossover can be, it quietly proves that evolution, when done right, can be just as powerful as revolution. For those looking for a dependable, well-rounded, and genuinely capable electric SUV that still feels like a Subaru, the 2026 Solterra delivers exactly that. A balanced blend of innovation and tradition that sets the tone for the brand's next chapter.